Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is IkwerreGirl Acheru, all the way from Talk to Dot. As you know, my channel is about exposing domestic abuse for what it is, and I do that in 4 categories. Category 1 is exposing the red flags so that you don't find yourself in an abusive relationship. If you understand the flags, then you won't make the mistake. The second category is those that are in an abusive relationship. Like I say, some people are constantly being abused, but they don't know what it is. Some people are living with a ticking time bomb, a person that could potentially kill them, but they don't know. They just think, this is not right. Well, how can we fix this? So I try to expose what it feels like or what it is to be in an abusive relationship so people can wake up and know that that relationship is not right. The third category I deal with in my channel and in the work I do is those that have said, do you know what? This is not working. I need to get out. I help them get out. So I teach them how to come out in the safest possible way. The fourth category is you've come out of an abusive relationship and you're saying, yes, life goes on. Trust me, women are 5 times more likely to get killed by their ex when they come out than when they're in it. And also you want to find your self-worth. You want to heal. You want to move on with life. It is a process. It doesn't just happen like that. There is a process. So these 4 categories are the people I deal with. And obviously these days what I'm trying to do is to educate society as well, because they would be able to potentially rescue the victim. Also, if they learned what the signs of narcissistic abusive people were, they would see these people no matter how much they try to hide it, and you could potentially wake up the victim and say, your partner is not right. So in a nutshell, that's what my channel is about. Hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you don't miss my videos that come out every Tuesdays and every Thursdays. Also, there is a new feature there, which is the join button. Click the join button as well. Become a member. If you don't like what you heard so far, hit the button as well. Now, why am I here today? This man did not kill his wife because he's a pastor that fell out of Christ. Nah. This man did not kill his wife because she did not want to submit to him. Nah. This man did not kill his wife because he was sad, he was in a down place, he had taken to alcohol. Nah. This man was a narcissistic, abusive idiot. This one was a pastor, right? So we think, oh, he was a pastor. Crazy pastors. The one that killed his wife in Dagenham, he wasn't a pastor. Why did he kill his wife? She left him 3-4 months ago. She was moving on with her life. She had a massive birthday for her son. It was nice. We saw the pictures on Facebook. Friends, families, they can't take it. What? She's moved on without me? Nah. If I can't have her, no one else will. All of a sudden, come on, let's talk about the kids. You know, it's not about us. I just want to see my kids. I just want to, let's arrange, child arrangements, what weekends. Come to the house. She went and he killed her. The one in North London, April 2019. She moved on with her life. And he saw it. Hey, babes, you know what? I have accepted the fact that you moved on with your life. I'm fine. Everything is great. Everything is fine. Just come and get your stuff from the house because, it's taking up room. I know you're never coming back anyway, so come and get your things. That doesn't sound like a crazy person. She went there. Oh, I just want to get something in the kitchen. Went to the kitchen, got hot water, threw it on her. She was destabilized, stabbed her a couple of times, punched her a couple of times. He thought she was dead. Put her in a bin bag, in the trunk, driving around North London looking for where he can dump the body. All the packs are full. It's summer, it's right. All the packs are full. He's called the police saying, I've killed my wife, she's in the trunk. Come and get her. I can't find where to bury her. The police think it's a joke. They get there, she's in the trunk. She's in the boot. She's alive. Funny enough, she wasn't dead. She was just in a comatic state. She wasn't dead. You saw her pictures. Her body was scalded and all that stuff. He wasn't a pastor. He wasn't even a Christian. The one in Chelmsford who strangled his wife to death in the night while she slept and killed himself, leaving 3 children behind. How traumatic that the kids come out in the morning to say, good morning, daddy, good morning, mommy. Open the door and your parents are dead. Strangled your wife. He was an IT project manager. He wasn't a pastor. He wasn't a pastor. The one in, when was it? April 2020. NHS nurse. She's had enough of the abuse. She's had enough of the controlling behavior. And this, I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving. She, what? You're leaving me? Huh. The quarrel and the fight started. The neighbors, everybody is social distancing and isolating. No one came out to check. They fought their way from the house outside. He had a knife. He stabbed and killed her in front of the house. He wasn't a pastor. He was an ex-soldier. Oh, he was an ex-soldier. Okay, maybe he had PTSD. Another excuse, right? You have to understand that for every time we try to understand these people's madness, we are actually victim shaming. Indirectly victim shaming. I know, it's for lack of understanding. Forget about trying to understand them. One of the smartest thing, or one of the things that I hold on to, that a psychologist told me was, she said the problem with people, victims of abuse, is they come out of an abusive relationship and they spend their time trying to understand why this person was abused. Is it because of a childhood trauma? Is it because he lost a loved one? Is it because of this? Is it because of mental health? You spend so much time trying to understand. She said, I am a professional psychiatrist and a psychologist, and I've done it for 25 years. We still cannot understand why this narcissistic personality disorder, why these people with this kind of behavior, why they act the way they do. If we cannot understand it as psychologists, and it's our profession, you cannot either. Move on with your life and spend time to understand your life. I say this to people as well. Don't try to understand why they did it. Was he possessed that he shot his wife? He was a crazy person. And he would have killed her regardless. Was it because he was an ex-soldier and he was disturbed? Nah. He would have killed his wife anyway. Was it because of what? Don't try to find out why it was because. This is who they are. Instead, once you see it, run. Once you see it, grab the victim and tell them, hey, madam, wake up, let's go. Bro, what's going on here? This woman will kill you. Let's go. Do that and save a life. It is easier to do that than to try to psychoanalyze the story on Facebook. They're dead anyway. They're dead. They're dead and they're free anyway. But we that are left behind are left with the pain. And they're trying to understand, what could we have done differently? There's more stories. There's more stories. How about the one that killed his fiancée that he was planning to marry in Lagos? Oh, because he found out the kids were not his. Really, there's so many men out there that found out that their children are not his. Even Femi Kuti, right? Has he killed his wife? Or any of his wives? You see what I mean? This thing is deeper. We look for the trigger. People are, do you know how many times people trigger me every day? I would have... You understand? It has to do with these people. They are ticking time bombs. When I say ticking time bomb, it means that anything, it's like you're walking on a minefield and you're tippy-toeing, eggshelling all around you. That's what an abusive relationship is like. Once you step on any of those mines, boom, everything blows. But why should anyone have to live a life like that, where you're walking like you're on a minefield? That's what these people are like. It's like a minefield. Even a feather drops on the mine, it will explode. And then we say, oh, because the feather dropped on it, that's why he shot her. Because this happened, that's why he strangled her. That's why he poisoned her. Nah, you have to understand it. It has to do with that person's personality type. They can't let go. How about the one, after 5 years, 5 whole years of separation? In fact, he's got his own girlfriend. The woman has moved on. Because he knew where she lived and he knew her routine. He knew her routine. What did he do? After 5 years, remember, she thinks she's free. He went there. She was in her car waiting to pick up the children. The 2-year-old was in the car. The other ones were coming out of the infant school. He just drove up in his Jeep, went there and stabbed her right in the car in front of their 2-year-old. That's not a normal behavior, is it? She didn't do nothing. When the police caught up with him, because nobody could understand the story, she didn't seem like she was into a gang, gang anything. Here in England, what did he say? After 5 years, the court had chosen to annul, had ruled to annul the marriage. Because, we've been separated for 5 years, so it's over. He said that's when it dawned on him that it is over. So for 5 years, you didn't know it was over. That's when he realized that it was over and she's gone forever. He went there and he killed her. Now there's 4 children, 4 or 5, I don't know, left. No father, no mother. That's what we're dealing with. It doesn't have to do with profession. Like I said, abusive people, it cuts against race, gender, culture, sexual orientation, profession, anything. It's the person. How about the one in Lagos? Right? That one didn't even have a job in the first place. He didn't have a job. So what are you going to say? He wasn't a church man. He was just one random person. These things are happening every day. And then now with the lockdown, though at least there's some sort of interaction, with the lockdown, it increased so much. People were just killing their spouses and all these things were going on. You have to identify these kind of people. So my heart goes out to this woman that died and her family didn't die. This woman that was killed, my heart goes out to her family. My heart goes out to everyone that is in this kind of situation. My heart also goes out for everyone who is or who has escaped this kind of situation. If you escaped, you tried. But be vigilant. Because the journey does not end in you escaping. In fact, the drama starts after you just escaped. For the friends and families of victims that have escaped abuse, please stay woke. Stay woke. Keep your eyes on your friend, your sibling, your sister, your brother, your whatever that came out of an abusive relationship. Because the truth is, now that they are out, they are more in danger than when they were in. Because when they were in, the person had access to them, they controlled them, they abused them, they treated them like trash, they were there. The day they stepped away, the person has become mentally disabled, destabilized. Anything goes. Anything goes. Keep your eyes peeled. Stay woke, people. Somebody asked me, is there any other way this story would have ended? I said, I don't think so. However, if certain things were put in place, so for instance, they went to the house. No one else could have got those documents from the house because she's the only one that knew where it was. Maybe it was hid somewhere. But if somebody else could have got that stuff from the house, then maybe someone else should have gone. Once there's an interaction, once they see a picture on Facebook that your life is fine and you're moving on, once they see, or once anything happens to them that makes them feel like, oh, I'm suffering without this person, that's the trigger. The only other way to protect people like this is, as they left that house, that woman should not have gone to work the next day. As they left that house, someone should have been watching that guy. Because it was after they left the house, he went and bought a gun. He went and registered the gun, and he went, followed her and shot her. So all of these activities that he did and was planning, if anyone was watching him, they would have seen he was up to something. That woman should not have gone to work the next day. In fact, the next week. That woman, in fact, I know it's a hard decision to make, should have left that job, in fact. Go. You got annual leave, right? Take your annual leave. Put in an application for trauma and stress. Your doctor will sign you off for a couple of weeks. Just to pace yourself and understand what the next thing. That can extend your life for a couple more days or a couple more weeks before you understand. That woman should have left that state and moved on. I know these are drastic measures, but when you're dealing with a crazy person that is on a mission to end your life because they believe that you have to be together, you have to be proactively running away. If you hear them that they know where you are, move. And the story goes both ways, for men and for women. Wasn't it just the other day that a woman ran over the husband because she heard that he cheated on her? She heard. We don't even know if he actually did it. Come on. These are not normal behaviors. Let's call it what it is. They're not normal behaviors. These people are crazy. And when I say crazy, I'm not saying crazy as but they have a diagnosed mental health condition. No, it's the other kind of crazy, you know, the crazies. That's what they are. There's NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, mental health condition. There are narcissists that possess the same traits, that display the same traits, but they've not been diagnosed with NPD. Two different things. At least the one that's been diagnosed with NPD, they put them on medication or whatever, we know that this person, look at your CC or certificate of MPD. The other ones, there's no diagnosis, there's nothing, but you see the traits. Run. Okay, my people, that's my reaction to the whole thing going on in the Orlando case and extending that to all of the other cases about domestic abuse. Because people know that they've got this unstable cousin, unstable friend, unstable son, unstable daughter, but they just keep their mouth shut. They don't talk. They don't say anything. What are you talking about? You know. You know for a fact. So please, let's get this. Let's not get it twisted. This man did not kill his wife because he's a pastor that fell out of Christ. Nah. This man did not kill his wife because she did not want to submit to him. Nah. This man did not kill his wife because he was sad, he was in a down place, he had taken to alcohol. Nah. This man was a narcissistic, abusive idiot. Okay, my people, that's my reaction to the whole thing going on in the Orlando case and extending that to all of the other cases about domestic abuse. As they say, he or she that had ears, hear it. From me to you, stay safe here. Stay safe. One love, peace, guidance, and respect.